everyone, it's Julia, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am back with just a show and tell of what I have been working on this last week. I have been making junk journals or journals for my Etsy shop, and I just got them listed. I thought I would do a flip through of one. It's nice when I'm selling these on Etsy to supply a link so that they who are interested can come back and look at my video and really see a step-by-step on the pages and what is going into these a little bit more. Well, I have 5 of them, or 6 of them. I have 5 that are a little bit bigger. They're the 8.5 by 4.5, and I have one that's a little bit shorter. This one measures 7 inches by 4.5 inches. I am going to be doing a flip through on one because they're all similar. They have all the same amount of pages and the similar stampings in them. But I do want to show you the covers on all of them because that's what really is different. These can be used as a standalone journal. They do each have a closure, and the closure is a piece of seam binding or seam tape that is in place by a grommet on the back cover. And then this just wraps around and you can tuck it in. But you can also take this off if you want to use it as an insert in your traveler's notebook. And I have mine here, and you can kind of see what it looks like. It's really nice and chunky, but it fits into your traveler's notebook. First of all, the outside of this one. I took vintage photos and vintage graphics from the Spiegel's catalog. I believe it was a 1950s Spiegel's catalog, and printed them onto muslin. So this print is fabric. It's on a muslin, and I love the look of it. It still has that vintage look to it, and what a kicker this is. So I live in the land of 10,000 lakes. I live in Minnesota, and when I go to the antique malls in this area, I will come across photos quite often of the lakes, and this is a wonderful picture of could be best friends, could be sisters, standing in the middle of the lake with these really cute bathing suits on and cute bathing hats. Yeah, I love it. And the little stamping says follow your bliss. I did fabric collages on the muslin covers with the different lace and different patches, different stamps, some free motion stitching. Now, all of my journal fabric covered journals are completely finished off on the outside, so there is no raw edges on the outside. But there is some raw edges and where I did my free motion on my patches. That's just kind of the way I do it. I love that look. The inside of my journals are covered with a piece of cardstock, so that is all finished off, and it's a nice feel to them. I use a paper stack called the Primrose, and I recently picked this up at Michael's, and so I'm sure that you can it's still available. If I find anything information on it, I'll link that down below. I used all the tags and all the journaling spots from that paper pack also. There is 32 pages in here, and so 64 front and back. All of them are coffee dyed. The tags that I used, I backed with coffee paper and stitched around them, and I'll show you that. I have a lot of tuck spots, like this is one. They're all stitched around with a piece of coffee stained paper on the back. Lots of tuck spots, little pockets to stick little things in. Here's a pocket with this is part of my scraps of paper when I cut off, and instead of tossing, I just make another little booklet. I did stenciling throughout just to give it a little bit of color on the pages. Fabric collage, fun to just right under it as a flip. More stenciling. I did do the fabric tabs. This one has a little safety pin with the beads and the pearl on it. Some of the pages in here I left as a fold out. Did some stamping. I love this little collage with the word create and some fabric on that. Stenciling, a lot of places to write and journal. A lot of the pages are blank, so that you can use your own creativity. Tuck spot journaling card. There's 3 pages of original vintage journal pages. This one is one of them, and I love how they had the page number stamped on the top. So this is page 151. You flip it over and it's page 152. More fun things. This is another little place to stick things in. Tags. Another fold out. In the center of this, this is a single signature. And in the center of each one of the books is an envelope that has some more tags in it. A paper clip with another journaling card. More of the fabric tabs. This is an index card that I've coffee stained. Did a little fabric collage on it. It says the story begins. And another little journaling card. I love when you can lay a paper doily and bake the paper with a paper doily right on it, and you get that imprint of the doily. Just adds a really cool look. Another ledger paper, and this is another vintage. This is from a 1926 diary. And this is Friday, January 28th, 1926. And it just tucks in there. There's like another little bag here with another tag. Added a little fabric ribbon on the side of this page. Another one of the vintage ledgers. This is 127 and 128. This is a paper doily that I folded over and stitched, added a fabric collage, and it makes it for a nice little tuck spot. Another tab. More journal pages, and in the very back is one more pocket, and this one is a large index card with another tag on the front. Now on to just showing you some of the different covers. This is another lake scene. You gotta love it. This is a boat there's 6 people in it. 4 of the women have these huge hats on, and they're all dressed to the hilt, and 2 gentlemen. It looks like a Sunday afternoon boat ride. Life's a beach. It's a little bit of a fabric collage. I did a sun on free motion, added some color and some stamping. So that's the outside of that one. And like I said, the pages on the inside are all very similar. I do have extra pictures of each one on my Etsy store too, so you can take a look at that. Love the lady on this one, just very, very sweet. Love the hair. And the word inspire stamped, and this has a piece of vintage tulle or lace over the top of it. Different collaging, different stamps on the back. Here's one of the Spiegel catalog images. They are selling fabric, I believe. So they have the fabric swatches up on top. I have some tulle covering this, some vintage lace. The word inspire and create are stamped right there. And on the back, they were selling this deluxe percale for 38 cents a yard, so that's the description of it. And again, some collaging and stamping. This is another Spiegel's catalog image. The word dream stamped. On the back, it has another stamp that says make your mark. I will list the stamps that I used on these also if you're interested in that. I believe this is a Dina Wakely possibly, but I will list those down below. Again, just fabric, collages, lace, a lot of free motion stitching. And the last one is the little one. And this is a Spiegel's catalog image. This is a fun size. It just really fits well in your hand. More vintage lace, free motion stitching, stamping, collage. And the little stamp here says the story begins. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a chance to take a look at the listings and you can kind of see some more pictures of it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.